Hello everyone, the story of the Prophet Yunus who was swallowed by a whale. Prophet Yunus alayhi salam was a pious person since before he was appointed as a prophet and apostle. He was a diligent worshipper. He has invited his people to worship Allah and leave statue, forbid disobedience. But among his many people, only two people wanted to follow him. They were Rubil and Tanu. Rubil is a pious and wise man, while Tanu is a diligent and simple person. Okay, they are very good. Next, Prophet Yunus alayhi salam told his people that if within 40 days they did not repent, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala would bring down the punishment. However, it turned out that none of his people wanted to pay attention to the warning of the Prophet Yunus and even dared to wait for the doom to come. Prophet Yunus was disappointed for the behavior of his people. He finally left his people and place of residence. Okay. After 40 days, suddenly came the dark start of the morning, and in the afternoon they saw a red light like a fire that was about to descend from the sky. The people of the Prophet Yunus were afraid and flocked to look for the Prophet Yunus, but he didn't find him. So they repented and followed the teachings of the Prophet Yunus, and the punishment of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, it didn't come down. Prophet Yunus alayhi salam did not know where to go. He finally arrived at the edge of the sea and boarded a ship. Actually, there were quite a lot of passengers on the ship, and when in the middle of the sea, the ship lost control due to being hit by a storm and powerful waves. All supplies and goods have been deducted. However, the ship lost control. The captain decided to throw on the passengers into the middle of the fierce sea. So, a lottery was held on the ship, and up to the 3 times the name of the Prophet Yunus always appears. It was undeniable that the Prophet Yunus was thrown into the middle of the sea. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala did not want his messenger to perish. A whale was ordered to swallow the Prophet Yunus alive. It was in the belly of the whale that the Prophet Yunus realized his mistake for leaving his people. He prays to Allah and repents to him. Ya Allah, there is not God, but you are holy. You are truly, I have wronged myself, and I am one of the wrongdoers, said the Prophet Yunus in the belly of the whale. For his sincerity in praying and repenting, by the grace of Allah, the Prophet Yunus was removed from the belly of the whale. He was stranded on the beach, sick and weak. After Allah restored strength and health, he immediately returned to his people. Unexpectedly, it turned out that his people seemed to welcome his arrival with joy. More than 100,000 people have been called by the Prophet Yunus to worship Allah. And because his people were obedient and willing to be invited to worship Allah. And then God also gave fortitude, prosperity, and peace of life for Prophet Yunus and his people. Okay everyone, this is the story of the Prophet Yunus who was swallowed by a whale. Hopefully this story can strengthen our faith in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Amin. Thank you everyone for listening my storytelling, and see you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.